What I don't understand is playing him straight up. He can't guard Kobe Bryant one-on-one. One-on-one basketball, just too easy.
And at the other guard, 6'6" from Lower Merion High School, number 24, Kobe Bryant.
Tom Thibodeau is assistant coach. The strategy, the game plan that was put together against Kobe Bryant.
Alright, so you guys already know that the 2008 Celtics used multiple defenders in zone defense to guard Kobe. I mean, every time he puts the ball on the floor or tried to post up, he was immediately surrounded by several defenders. The Celtics would just close the gap, they would collapse every time. You know, they would overplay Bryant, bait his teammates into shooting. Kobe couldn't even post up without getting double teamed. You know, they would double him from the top, forcing him to spin away from the double and go baseline. On this play, they double him in the corner here, but he still gets this impossible shot to go. You know, Kobe just didn't have the luxury of posting up and playing one-on-one basketball against shorter defenders like Michael Jordan did. Here he gets double teamed on the fadeaway. But I mean, every time he would make a move, the floating zone would collapse, as you see here. 4 bodies on him, yet he manages to draw a foul. Now, I want you to notice how much room Ray Allen gives to Sasha, who is a great three-point shooter. It just doesn't matter if you're a good shooter or not, because you see here Lamar Odom being given 20 feet of room, but the zone wants you to shoot. That's what you have to understand. They want you to take long jump shots. Now, here Kobe's going to make his move, but notice again how much room Pierce gives to Walton. This is what makes it so hard to get into the paint. Now, here are a few possessions that illustrate how quickly they double Kobe in the post. You know, Jordan never faced a zone defense in his 6 trips to the finals, never had to deal with these advanced defenses. You know, he had the fortune of playing isolation basketball against poor defenders in a watered-down era. Zone is the smartest defensive scheme in basketball. Notice how even when he beats his man with the great footwork, they close the lane and they force him to shoot over 2 7-footers. What makes it even more complicated for Kobe is the fact that the other defenders in the zone can just stand around and take charges, making getting to the rim almost impossible. Here again, you're going to see how the floating zone defense of the Celtics steps in to take the charge. I mean, this just has to be so frustrating for a guy like Kobe, having to score against 4 or 5 defenders every single time. Now notice how quickly the Celtics get back in transition. You see 5 Celtics in the picture and only 2 Lakers. You know, some people say, oh, well, to beat a zone you have to attack it, pass the ball. You know, Kobe did both. We all know Kobe can attack. People like to say that he settled for jump shots or that he didn't take it inside. But if there was an opening, he attacked. Make no mistake about that. Here you see a left-handed beauty between 2 7-footers. Look at the great contest, though, by the Celtics. Even when he slashed the rim, he had to earn his points. Remember, the zone forces scorers to take difficult shots. Some people say, well, with all these guys on him, shouldn't there be other guys open? Kobe's a willing passer. He created plenty of easy opportunities for his teammates. Most of the time, they just couldn't capitalize. You know, here Odom goes up way too soft, gets rejected. Here you see 3 defenders on Kobe. He's going to practically spoon-feed Gasol with this gorgeous pass, but he gets stuffed. You know, another really nice pass here, this time to Turiev. With all this attention given to Kobe, Kobe did pass the ball. Here on this initial drive, you got a double, but again, Bryant creates an easy basket for Gasol. You know, on this play, you see a triple team on Kobe. He gives the bounce pass to Luke, who just can't get it to go, you know. So I'm tired of hearing that Kobe didn't attack or he didn't pass the ball, because you can see he did both, alright? And another thing that really bothers me is the people that say the league is soft today. You know, this was a very physical series, a lot of dirty plays, non-calls involved. I'll let Mike Green and Jeff Van Gundy do some talking.
Bryant is mauled. Posey fouls after the whistle on every play. And Phil Jackson was irate about Posey fouling even harder after the initial foul. And I'm not talking once in a while. This guy finishes people off.
Notice Posey hitting Bryant's Achilles on this breakaway. Did you see that? He gets away with that foul right there. Celtics get away with so much in this series, but you know, it doesn't really surprise me because Tom Thibodeau, their coach, teaches them how to get away without getting called. P.J. Brown just leveled Gasol to create space.
Pierce, P.J. Brown just cleared space down there.
You know, Kobe just was the recipient of so many hard fouls. They could have all been flagrant. I mean, this has to be either a blocking foul or a charge. I mean, but they don't call anything. How many times the Celtics got away with fouling Kobe's jump shot? Now, sure, Kobe does exaggerate the foul with, you know, his follow-through or whatever, but I mean, these are fouls, plain and simple. I mean, some of these are so blatant that you just have to, you know, you just have to ask yourself, you know, what's going on with the officiating, you know, as if Game 2 wasn't bad enough in itself. Now on this play, I want you to notice this very discreet foul by Pierce. It's before he goes up for the shot. It's hard to see, so I'll enlarge it. See how he reaches in right before the shot? Thibodeau teaches his players how to get away with these fouls. Here, again, you see a blatant grab of Bryant's right arm. Again, magnified, forcing him to go to the left. Just notice all the holding and grabbing that goes on. I mean, here Pierce is practically going to bear hug Kobe. No one's going to notice. I mean, he just, you know, here's going to grab him on the rebound as well. See, Pierce is going to hold Bryant again and is going to commit another discreet foul. Notice this time as he's going up for the alley-oop, Pierce gets him right before he goes up, causing him to miss that easy dunk. Now, I want to talk a little bit about hand checking because there's this myth going around that defenders aren't allowed to use their hands on Kobe. You know, that's a bunch of garbage. Kobe had to go up against not only zone defense, but hand checking as well. I mean, this is blatant stuff we're talking about, blatant. In all 6 games, it was rarely, if ever, called. Here you see Pierce is going to use the arm bar to guard him, but notice again Bryant gets held not once, but twice as he tries to go around the screen. And right before he passes the ball, he gets another arm bar shove from Pierce. That's 4 fouls on the play, 0 were called. Here you see Cassell putting his hand on Kobe and not getting called for anything. Now on this drive, Allen puts both hands on him and still doesn't get called for anything. You know, wait, that's funny. I thought he doesn't have to deal with hand checking. That's pretty funny, isn't it? Posey here, no surprise, using his hands again as Kobe drives to the rim. Notice again the armbar by Posey. It's ironic because the Celtics were allowed to be so physical with Kobe, and then Kobe gets called for this.
Double team, Kevin Garnett on the block, forcing that turn.
And an offensive foul call. Not a lot of contact. He obviously threw a bit of an elbow, but it's been a pretty physical start. That's a tough call, don't you think? I don't like that call at all. This is the NBA Finals, and the players need to be on the floor that have gotten them there. Unless they're blatant fouls, that's nothing.
Amen.
A double amen.
You talk about those are great screens. Those are illegal screens. Kevin Garnett doing what he's not being called for.
Alright, now I want to talk about their illegal screens, alright? The Celtics set a lot of them. Here Garnett sets 5 before getting called for it.
They don't have timeouts, have to get it in. Garnett has it. Kevin Garnett on the drive, back to House. Eddie House, that's a 2-pointer. Shot won't go, short. Rebound tipped out by Ray Allen. Allen again. Vujicic knocked down. Hard screen set on Fisher, but he fights through it. Allen looking for a 3. Offensive foul. It's going to go against Garnett. And Laker ball with 21.1 seconds remaining.
Just what we talked about. Kevin Garnett screens, illegal screens. Got away with a bunch of them. Team knocked down wide open shots because of it.
Another thing the Celtics got away with was their bench distractions. You know, this is simply not allowed. It's an automatic technical. You know, their bench harassed the Lakers players whenever they were shooting next to their bench. It's simply not allowed, but you know, they got away with it continuously throughout the series. You know, this would take a separate video entirely, but the defensive 3-second rule is non-existent, it's rarely called, it's ambiguous, it's hard to enforce, and it really doesn't do anything because the defender can just extend their arm or move their feet out of the lane for a split second. It really doesn't do much to, you know, prevent people from camping in the lane. You know, overall, the 2008 Celtics are among the top 5 defensive teams in NBA history. You can put the 2004 Pistons right there with them. And you know, both of those teams are better defensively than anything Michael Jordan ever faced in the NBA Finals. This is an unbiased statement, and I hope you agree with me after watching this video.
You can pick so many things, but I talked about Gasol and Odom being a force 2 of 9 between them, 10 points, absolutely nothing. When Kobe Bryant can't get any shots like he's doing right now, he's taking 7 3-point shots. It's the only shot he can get. He puts the ball on the floor. He's got no chance to get to the basket. He's settling for threes. Odom, Gasol, no shows again. That's why they're getting demolished.
Watching the second quarters tour with Dwayne Wade, Dwayne said, remember, this is the best defense I've seen in my time in the NBA. That defense is doing a number on Kobe Bryant. It shows you, however flamboyant you want to be, defense still can win championships.